Throughout the month, we have been focusing on the importance of having a will in place for all of our listeners. And if you have people in your life that you care about, getting a will in place, getting that done, getting your estate plan buttoned up and checked off is critical, because if you don't, it can create some real problems, again, for people that you care about. Justin Crane from the Crane & Woolley Law Firm joining us tonight. And Justin, I've been wanting to ask you about the quickie legal websites. You know, you hear them advertised. They're easy. They're online. Takes 3 minutes to put a will together, hit the green button, and you're done. But, from the research we've done, Justin, these quickie legal websites, that just add water recipe for getting your will done, these things aren't working well for the consumer, are they?
Not in my experience. I think every attorney that practices in this area in the past probably 5-10 years probably went through that phase where they said, oh no, should I be scared of self-help? And we're not scared from a standpoint that it's going to take away our work as attorneys, because it causes more problems. So I'll always have a job.
You're cleaning up
those messes.
The template websites.
Should I be scared for the people using them? Yes, because some of my worst stories or best stories, depending on how you look at it, come from people who tried to take a shortcut, self-help something, and the result was never what the person expected.
Is it because in a will, Justin, you need, and in an estate plan, a trust, you need precise language written to the laws of the state that you're in, and then, just look at these templates. They're not customized. They might say, okay, this is okay for Texas, but more often than not, there's going to be holes in it because they just aren't current.
Well, you're not getting legal advice, number one, and I challenge anybody listening to go take a look at whatever service it is that comes to mind. Every one of them that I have ever seen, usually 4 or 5 times, will say this isn't legal advice. These aren't legal documents. You can't rely on this for legal anything.
What is it? Entertainment?
Well, it's not legal. Don't sue me. This is not legal advice.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, the problem is no one's asking you questions. No one's guiding you. No one is giving you good legal advice. And it's going to cause an issue. There will be something unexpected. You can blame the law on that. You can blame attorneys on that, but it is reality.
You've really embraced our listeners, Justin, and I thank you for that. Free consultation for anybody that calls in to Crane & Woolley. We'll give the phone number in just a moment. So you're going to learn about the services of Crane & Woolley, learn about estate plans, wills. Do you need a trust? They can help you answer that question. But you're given 25% off. 25% off the cost of putting an estate plan together for Consumer Team listeners that are proactive about it, and just call. Thank you for doing that. Are you sure you want to do that? That's really a good deal.
We absolutely want to do that. So, there was a discussion a few years ago.
It's really a nice, generous thing. Thank you.
Well, thank you. We had a discussion a few years ago, a group of us here at the firm, and when you can look at every study and see that at least half the population has not planned, and maybe only 15% or so did an entire estate plan, we said, how do we make a dent in that? And that's helping people to stop procrastinating. So that percent you're talking about is to really help people stop waiting until next year or 10 years from now to take some kind of action. And we would love to know that at the end of another decade, we've made a dent in the percent of people that decided to get their plan in place.
Anybody that has assets needs to have a will. And I think there's a general misconception sometimes. Somebody will say, yeah, I've just got the house in Carrollton, a couple of cars, I've got 2 kids, they get along, no problem, but there can be a problem, right? Those are people that need to at least have some directions on what's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. It actually makes me think of the question that you could ask people, which is, what do you think it means to be rich? And the actual answer most everyone will give you is, well, it's more money than I have, right? So we always are thinking that word estate planning must apply to someone else, because we think of estates being those big, colonial houses from hundreds of years ago. But the truth is if you own anything at all, and if you care about anyone at all, you have an estate. I know it's a legal word, and you need to plan for it. Otherwise, the results will be sort of a negative but unexpected result.
Blended families really need to look at this. Blended families, let's just say that's a recipe for a problem to begin with.
Yeah.
Even with a will, you might have some things to balance and juggle as a family. You got to come together and get along. But without a will, you're just inviting like World Wrestling Federation's Friday night fights, right? This could get bad.
It's a difficult situation anyway when you're bringing in different people, different families, you're bringing them together. And a lot of people have adult children that didn't grow up with each other, right? Two spouses that came together later in life. And if you don't plan in the right way and just think about how is that going to impact all the people from different families after I've passed away, if you haven't even thought about it, you'll see that it's going to be a result you didn't expect. And certainly we can plan for it in a very positive way, but you've got to be proactive about that. It will not happen automatically, right?
Justin Crane from the Crane and Woolley Law Firm. They are estate planning attorneys, and they're based right here in the Metroplex. Everybody needs a will, and during the month of July, Crane and Woolley is offering a 25% discount on proactive estate planning services. 25% off during the month of July. And I'm using Crane and Woolley right now to update my will, and I strongly recommend that you do the same thing. If we don't have a will, the people that we care about in our lives, the people we love, can be hurt. The wheels can fall off a family after you're gone. So let's avoid that. Let's get these wills done this month, 25% off. Here's the number at Crane and Woolley, 972-560-6288. Again, 972-560-6288. Mention the consumer team to get 25% off proactive estate planning services. 972-560-6288. The website, cranewoolly.law. That's cranewoolly.law. Coming up tonight on the consumer team, we're going to talk to Elaine, who just got a great